make a proclamation of liberty to them, that everyone should set free his Hebrew slaves, male and female, so that no one should enslave a Jew, his brother. And they obeyed, all the officials and all the people who had entered into the covenant, that everyone would set free his slave, male or female, so that they would not be enslaved again. They obeyed and set them free. But afterward they turned around and took back the male and female slaves that they had set free, and brought them into subjection as slaves. The word of the Lord came to Jeremiah from the Lord. Thus says the Lord, the God of Israel, I myself made a covenant with your fathers when I brought them out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slavery, saying, at the end of 7 years, each of you must set free the fellow Hebrew who has been sold to you and has served you 6 years. You must set him free from your service. But your fathers did not listen to me or incline their ears to me. You recently repented and did what was right in my eyes by proclaiming liberty, each to his neighbor. And you made a covenant before me in the house that is called by my name. But then you turned around and profaned my name when each of you took back his male and female slaves, whom you had set free according to their desire, and you brought them into subjection to be your slaves. Therefore, thus says the Lord, you have not obeyed me by proclaiming liberty. Every one to his brother and to his neighbor, behold, I proclaim to you liberty to the sword, to pestilence, and to famine. Declares the Lord, I will make you a horror to all the kingdoms of the earth. So God gave the Israelites many warnings and guidance in keeping his law and doing the right things. And here in this account in Jeremiah, the Israelites did follow God's law and they set free their slaves, but in no time they took back their slaves and disobeyed God. And so this got me thinking about how it's easy for us to fall into this habit of turning to God and then not immediately, but soon after, going back to our own ways. So maybe on a Sunday or a Wednesday you hear a really inspiring lesson or of some kind, and it sticks with you throughout the week. You feel on fire for God, and you want to do everything you can to better yourself spiritually. Of course, that's a good thing and a good feeling you should have, but sometimes that high that you experience can go away just as fast as it comes on. Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 1 says, you shall therefore love the Lord your God and keep his charge, his statutes, his rules, and his commandments always. It doesn't say here that we can keep his commandments when we feel like it, but rather that we should keep them always. Life has its ups and downs, and sometimes we're in the mood to pray, read the Bible, or other spiritual activities, and sometimes maybe we're not in the mood to do those things. But it's important for us to remember not to rely on ourselves. Psalms chapter 73, verse 26 says, my flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. So our feelings may fail us, and we may be tired physically or mentally, but our strength is nothing compared to God's strength, and we can fully trust in him and lean on him. But what does it actually mean to lean on God? How I view it is as if you have a problem in your life, your car breaks down, your computer stops working, something breaks. If you don't know how to fix it, if you try to fix it yourself, it's just going to make the problem worse more than likely. So what do? You go out and you find someone who knows what they're doing and they can fix it for you. And so in the same way, whenever we have a problem in our lives, we can always go to God and ask for his guidance, and he's going to freely give us advice to help the problem. And it may not always be the most obvious or quickest response, but he will help us how we need it. We just have to let him. Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 through 6 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. This was just a quick reminder to continually follow God and trust in him, even if you don't feel up to it physically or mentally. So just don't rely on yourself and rely on God. And so this evening, if you'd like to become a Christian, we can help with that. Or if you just need prayers of the congregation, just come up as we stand and sing a song of invitation.
O Lord.